Hey guys, so in this video I'll just be explaining how I plan on making $50,000 by the end of 2024 with cold email. So the plan is pretty simple, right? I've just created some SOPs on how I plan to run the cold emails, and then from there I just sell my services, right? So how do I sell my services? How do I go about selling my services? So I've just made this plan, which is pretty simple, right? With even the numbers about how much it would cost to run the cold email campaigns, how much it would cost for me to actually get a client, how much time it takes for me to get clients, and how good of results I can get for clients, and how much I'm going to charge. So the whole thing, right? So for starters, I'm planning on using a couple of softwares to run high volume cold email campaigns. I'm not gonna spill all the beans. Come on, guys. I don't want y'all copying me. Type shit. I mean, you can find out pretty easily, to be honest. So I'll be just running high volume cold email campaigns, and the process here is simple. I do it for myself, and I do it for my clients. So I have my clients get leads, get appointments booked, highly qualified sales calls booked through cold email, right? So that's the whole point of this thing, right? If I can, the pricing model I'm going to use is just a pay per appointment basis. So it's going to be a fixed setup fee to cover the tech costs, the softwares, the domains, all of that stuff, setting up the email accounts, all of that stuff has a cost, and plus make a little bit of profit on it. I'm planning on having that setup fee be around, it's a one-time setup fee by the way, be around 500 to 1K setup fee, more or less. And then I'm gonna have a pay per appointment model, and it's gonna be a pay per appointment model, and depending on my clients' lifetime value, their offer, their target audience, what their TAM is, or their total addressable market is, how big is their market. That TAM is gonna be variable. That pay per appointment is gonna be variable, but that's how I'm planning on doing it. So I've just crunched the numbers, and if you just look at how much it would actually cost me to set up the whole thing, I should be able to get away, at least for starters, with setup costs being less than $400 for each cold email campaign, and so $400 for each cold email campaign, and then I'm planning on getting at least 10 to 15 minimum, 10, let's say minimum 10. I don't think I'm gonna get less than 10, but 10 to 15 qualified book calls per client. So in about 10 days, my cold email campaign to actually start getting clients is going to start. And how that works is just simply I'm gonna have around 2,000 leads, a free step follow-up sequence. I couldn't get a 5-step because it just cost a little bit more, and I was a little bit tight on money, so that's about it. A free step email sequence, and I am expecting to get anywhere from 1 to 3 clients, because I crunched the numbers. More or less what I can expect is 10 to 15 appointments booked from this actual cold email campaign. So it's probably going to be a little bit more, maybe around 20 appointments booked. Those are my expectations, more or less. But yeah, I'm planning on reaching out to 2,000 leads. So if you just do the math a little bit, not gonna go out here and reveal what I'm thinking my conversion rates are going to be, but I've done cold email in the past, and I've achieved some very mid results, to be honest, because I totally did not understand the concept of booking appointments. Like 1 year ago, I remember I ran a cold email campaign for marketing agency that was just starting out, and I just knew the very basics of copywriting. Right? I didn't know anything about appointment booking, or I knew less than the basics about appointment booking. I knew almost nothing about cold emails, how to set up cold email campaigns, how to set up the sending tools, how to not get into spam, what's the bad spam rate, or actually if any spam rate is always bad, which it actually is, what's a good bounce rate, which should be also that zero. Like I didn't know any of that, and the person I was helping didn't know anything as well. They were a marketing agency that was just starting out. Shout out to you, Vlad. You're probably never gonna watch this video, but shout out to you. You gave me one of my first projects. Unhappy that things ended that way, but it was just normal. We just both were lacking competence in that area. You know, shout out to Invictus Agency, man. It's probably closed now. I'm not even gonna check, but that's about it. So that's the plan. And yeah, set up the cold email campaigns, the cold email campaign to get clients. In the meantime, y'all know I have a little Twitter going on. Y'all know it's getting some results. So I'm gonna be outreaching every single day on Twitter as well. Before the campaign, the cold email campaign starts, hopefully I'll secure one or two clients. In the meantime, collect some upfront payments, set things up. So I'm gonna have a little bit more cash to play around with. It's not gonna be much, like I said. The setup fee is not big, it's a small setup fee. It's just to cover the tech costs and make just like bare minimum profits, you know what I mean? Most of my profits I'm planning on making from each appointment, because once you take out the tech costs, the everything, any appointments I get is gonna be pretty much 100% profit. So there's that. And for how much I'm gonna charge per appointment, I'm thinking anywhere from 100 to 300 bucks per appointment, depending on the depending just on how much valuable each appointment or each client would be to the specific business. By the way, I forgot to mention my target is going to be B2B service providers, because that's the only type of people. B2B is the only way cold email works. Literally, cold emailing consumers, so citizens, regular people, is literally illegal. You cannot do that. You can only cold email businesses. So that's what I'm going to be targeting, B2B service providers, because that's what I have most experience selling. Already sold service providers packages, right? So B2B service providers will have a validated offer, so they have case studies and testimonials, and the offer actually works and they can actually deliver results to the clients. So that's my target. And yeah, like I said, just crunching the numbers, I'm expecting when I start my own cold email campaign to get, throughout the entirety of the campaign elapsing, I'm expecting 3 clients, right? 2 or 3 clients at let's say bare minimum 500 bucks a month. It's gonna be 1.5k, nothing, right? It's just a normal wage. But if I can get each client, let's say, run the numbers down. Each client is like 200 bucks per appointment, and I've only managed to get them like 7 appointments per month, which is low when you think about it. 7 appointments per month is like what? Less than 2 appointments per week. That's nothing, to be honest. But let's assume I can only do that. I'm still making one in the first month. I'm making 2k per client. And when I get them, right now, because there's, I forgot. If you're wondering, this video is just, I'm just going straight off the dome, so I'm just like ranting pretty much. But there's also to consider that each campaign takes 2 weeks setup time. So let's just say in 1 month and a half. So they start 2 weeks setup time, and then from where the campaign actually starts with the client, it takes 1 month to we look at that 1 month time frame. I get them 7 clients. 7 no, not 7 clients, 7 appointments. probably gonna book. They're probably gonna close at least one of them if they're decent, half decent at sales. They're probably gonna close one of them. If they're pretty decent, they're probably gonna close two of them into clients. So one client, 7 appointments, 200 each appointment. That's 1.4k per client. I'm assuming I'm getting at least 3 clients. You see, right? You see the numbers, right? That's 4.2k a month in the first month and a half of activity, right? And then I'm expecting to get even 1 or 2 more clients through Twitter outreach. And I also have another client coming from Upwork, which might close into client. We might work together, we might not work together, but I'm not relying on that only. So another 1 or 2 clients in the meantime from Twitter. That's gonna be again another. If you consider also the setup fee, it's about 2k in the first month and a half per client. So in 1 month and a half, the predictions I'm making is 10k, bro. It's 10k total. It's not profit though. Profit, it will be somewhere around 7k, right? Obviously, this is assuming I can get good results with the cold email campaigns. But at this point, like, I've consumed almost everything you can find for free on the internet when it comes to cold emails. I've ran cold email campaigns, and I think I've found a pretty good formula. I have not come up with it. I've kind of learned it, stolen it, if you wish, from Daniel Fazio, cold email wizard. Shout out to him. He's a great guy. You know, go to his channel. Like, his channel legit has massive value on YouTube. Like, just massive. You know, I'm probably gonna like what's gonna happen. Probably if my plan is successful, 1 month and a half from now, you're gonna see if actually not 1 month and a half. Almost 2 months from now, you're gonna probably see a video I make, and you're gonna know whether my plan was successful or not. If it is successful though, I'm probably gonna enroll into his coaching program because he's just that great of a guy. You know what I mean? Anyways, so this is my plan. So these are the expectations, right? This is what I'm expecting, right? But what's probably gonna happen is the first month, first client, I'm probably gonna get them like free meetings, 5 meetings, 2 meetings. It's normal. It's gonna take time to make stuff happen. But even then, we're still making a profit, right? So that's the goal. And the beauty of doing it like this is that the service is productizable. What I mean by that is that there isn't too much of a personalization process that goes into actually like delivering the services, because the system as a whole is automated. So once you take the time to create it and set everything up, it just runs on autopilot. You just need to manage it, reply to the replies that you get, book them into the client's calendar, and that's it. Like, that is so good. That's what I've been looking for months. I've tried it, client acquisition. Yeah, you can do it manually, but that, like, with like sending cold DMs manually, sending cold emails manually, but you're just an appointment setter at that point, and there's only so much free time that you have. And the problem with that is that you can literally physically cannot handle more than 2 clients. It's literally impossible. And if you take on more than 2 clients, you're not gonna get results for anyone, because you just don't have the time and the availability to get good results. And plus, if you're sick, you're fucked. That's one of the problems. If you get sick, if for some reason you don't send the messages one day, it's a problem. If you don't send the emails one day, that's a problem. If you don't reply one day, that's a problem, right? With this model, once you set up the campaigns, you only need to manage it and improve on it, and check on it. And as you scale further, I can get inbox managers, I can hire people, I can do this, I can do that. Now, obviously, it's not all roses and flowers, right? Doesn't mean that this is just the easy way to do it, right? But this is maybe a solution I have found to a problem that I've had pretty darn long time, right? Because at this point it's been more than 6 months since I started getting client acquisition clients, and I've tried really hard to find a way to deliver good results, predictable results to each client without having to fucking turn into a fucking appointment center, working 60 hours per week per client, right? And I think I finally nailed it. So this is just an experiment I'm running. If this is gonna work, I'm gonna clear that 50k goal. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna clear it, like gone, way more, because as you've seen, the top expectations are like 10k revenue net in like 2 months. What, 2 months? Yeah, right. So that's it. That's just what I want to say. I'm probably gonna record another video in the, I don't know, next couple of weeks, next couple months for sure. In 2 months, I'm just gonna for sure record a video just to see if this is something that's working. I hope the audio got caught, because if this video has no audio, I don't care. I'm gonna post it regardless. I don't give a shit, so to be honest. Anyway, it was a pleasure talking to you. Until the next one, peace.